In the heart of London, tucked away in a dimly lit corner of the ancient Woolwich Library, a dusty manuscript lay hidden. This artifact, yet unbeknownst to the scholarly world, was about to stir a whirlwind in the quiet realm of theological academia. It all began with Dr. Henry Abbott, a mild-mannered scholar whose life's work revolved around the textual criticism of biblical texts. One drizzly afternoon, as he was sifting through the library's lesser-explored sections, his eyes caught a glimpse of an aged leather spine peeking out from between two large tomes. Intrigued, he pulled it out, and as the dust danced in the stray beams of light filtering through the high windows, he realized he had stumbled upon something potentially groundbreaking. The manuscript was a fragment of the Gospel of Mark, significantly different from any version known to exist. Details in the stories varied subtly. For example, the parable of the sower contained an additional type of soil, and the healing at Bethesda described an extra pool. Initially thrilled, Dr. Abbott noted these variations, conjecturing how they might suggest a divergence in early Christian communities' teachings or a forgotten translator's liberal interpretation. Henrietta Sinclair, a friend and contemporary of Dr. Abbott and a professor at the university, was who he turned to share his initial findings. Skeptical but intrigued, she cautioned him about the implications of his discovery. It was essential, she advised, that they first authenticate the manuscript before making any public announcements. The academic community could be unforgiving, and any oversight might cost them dearly. Together, they embarked on a meticulous journey of verification. They consulted ancient scripts, collated texts, and even visited distant libraries in search of any hint that could affirm the origins and age of the manuscript. The more they delved, the more mysterious the manuscript became. It was written in an obscure dialect of Aramaic not widely used, suggesting a very narrow window of origin. Weeks turned into months as every authentication method seemed only to deepen the mystery rather than solve it. Forensic tests dated the parchment to the early 2nd century, making it one of the oldest fragments of the New Testament ever found, if genuine. And then came the controversy. As their research concluded, ready to be submitted to a leading journal in theological studies, word of their finding leaked. The academic community split into fervent debates. Some scholars staunchly defended the manuscript's authenticity and its potential to alter our understanding of Christian texts. Others accused it of being a sophisticated forgery, perhaps created in the medieval period, known for its religious artifices. The conference where Dr. Abbott presented his findings was fraught with tension. Arguments flew across rooms filled with the murmur of ancient languages as scholars from around the world examined copies of their research. Henrietta stood by Dr. Abbott's side, providing both moral and academic support. The presentation was thorough, their defense earnest, but doubts lingered. In an unexpected twist, a reclusive scholar from Greece came forward with a similar piece, casting a new light on their research. It seemed that a small group of early Christians might have indeed copied texts differently, either as a form of resistance or due to different theological interpretations. The conclusion of Dr. Abbott's tale was as open and undetermined as the beginnings of the texts he studied. The academic community continued to debate, research, and ponder. As for Dr. Abbott and Henrietta, they returned to their quiet study, their names now etched into the annals of critical scholarship, not as conclusively as they might have hoped, but as pioneers of a debate that would, perhaps, never truly end.